Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, a free way to support the channel is by leaving a like, by leaving a comment, 2 comments, or by subscribing if you have not already done so. It does indeed help with the algorithm. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. And as always, watch out for the robots in the comment section pretending to be me. On multiple platforms, apparently, people keep telling me that they see the robot me all over the place. Just ignore them or give them a piece of your mind. At the moment, the cryptocurrency market is actually looking pretty good. Trying not to jinx it. Bitcoin yesterday, I believe it was, dropped about a good 10-11%. Because of Senor Muskie, and at the moment is moving on back up. It says Bitcoin retests 47,000, begins to push above 53,000 US dollars, question mark. I think last I looked, right before this, we were at 50,100 or something or other dollars. So the market looks pretty okay, but the other altcoins, thank goodness, are actually pumping as well, which is always good to see. There was not a lot of price news, which I was actually quite surprised about. I expected there to be a huge slew of price news, but lo and behold, this was actually it, at least for the moment, unless we get something else absolutely crazy coming about. So yeah, the market's looking good. Bitcoin's moving back up. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up. Regardless of Bitcoin's struggling price, the cryptocurrency's fundamentals are stronger than ever. New all-time highs came from the hash rate and the mining difficulty. Despite the sudden price correction, I dare not even say the word correction, Bitcoin's fundamentals continue to reach new highs. The asset's hash rate has recovered its recent declines and marked a new all-time high. Accordingly, the network's mining difficulty saw its most significant increase in nearly 7 years to a new record level as well. For those of you who may think this is boring, this is actually one of the things that should be getting you the most excited. When Bitcoin's fundamentals are actually good, it means that we are due for another new all-time high. The idea being, people are turning on their computers to be able to not only secure the network, which is great as well. The more security that we get into the network, the more robust and stronger our network is. But the more people who are putting their hash rate computing power into Bitcoin, it means that they believe that there's going to be another price rise. Therefore, they're turning on as many of their computers as possible to get as much Bitcoin as they can before the price actually moves up. And also just the actual network security is one of the main metrics that we go on. Here's the actual hash rate chart right here. Here's the dip that we had. It was no more than a couple of weeks ago at this point. That's when we heard, what was it? I think in China, they had to shut off a lot of their machines. It was either, the news that we heard was, it was either happening because their government mandated it, or there was something happening with like checks and balances, or someone was making sure that something was going on. The entire point is, everything is strong across the board. This is why the last couple of months haven't really made a lot of sense when it comes to Bitcoin's price, because all the fundamentals are there. This is the only drop per se that we've had that should have actually had any minor effect on the price. However, yeah, so that's the good news. You know, the network is still there, still very strong, getting stronger. And without further ado, let's move on. Next up, there was no way that I could have gotten around this because this news was all over the place news. Legendary fund manager Stanley Druckenmiller says that he is worried that within 15 years, the US dollar will lose its world reserve currency status. I give it about 10. He said that crypto is a solution to the lack of trust in Fed Chairman Jerome Powell and the rest of the world's central bankers. The billionaire investor further said it would be very difficult to unseat Bitcoin as a store of value. Billionaire investor Stanley Druckenmiller talked about the U.S. economy, Bitcoin, and cryptocurrencies in an interview with CNBC on Tuesday. He said that he has no doubt, none whatsoever, that we are in a raging mania in all assets. I do not know if you've seen this, and I've tried discussing this with a bunch of other people. A lot of people are trying to, first of all, you have the huge group of people who understand that the US dollar is inflating and therefore losing its value. So therefore, people are trying to take their money out of the US dollar or fiat currencies in general to move them into other types of assets. But then you have the other people who just in general have seen over the last 3 or 4 months, either the cryptocurrency market going up or any other type of collectible market really doing exceedingly well and actually outpacing the stock market. So there's tons of money being moved around right now. Like, I think every single collectible thing out there is moving up rapidly in value. I don't really have to read any more of what he's saying. It's basically the same stuff that we've been talking about before. We usually get a lot of this news when it is you either got to be worth about $500 million or $1 billion to have any type of significant, news weight within the cryptocurrency space. Whenever there's anyone who's kind of on our side, they get publicized. They're in the news in an extreme amount because one, they share our values, but it's kind of a reinforcing, if you will. This is not the first rich person who's come forward and said, hey, the US dollar looks like it's going to be crumbling and falling apart. I think the US dollar has been on its way out for a very long time. I think it's just been able to, hold its seat of power for whatever reason. Wink. Anyway, that's the rich person talking positively about Bitcoin and US dollar potentially. Not, I don't think it's going to take 15 years. If we get to $1 million Bitcoin, I think the US dollar is just going to have to pack its bags at that point. Anyway, that's the rich guy news. Let's move on. Next up in what? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I didn't see that one coming. The Bank of England's Deputy Governor, John Cunliffe, has argued that a sea change, what is that? A sea change in the issuance of circulation of public and private monies could make general access to a digital form of the central bank more crucial for ensuring financial stability in the future. So that we have to digitize money? That was a very long sentence. In a speech at the OMFIF Digital Money Institute in London, Cunliffe reflected on past, present, and future trends in the widespread use of private money issued by commercial banks, noting that 19 has accelerated existing trends away from public to private money for everyday payments. About 70% of respondents to a recent Bank of England survey indicated that they are using less cash than they were before 19, typically turning to options such as contactless payments and internet transactions. Because if everyone's home, that they have to use the internet. And when they go into stores, many places, I'm pretty sure you've seen it, it's like, hey, can you use a card? So logically, the numbers would make more sense that people are just... Was that real? Anyway, so the idea is that the UK is now extensively mulling over the idea of a central bank digital currency. We all know they're going to do it. I don't know why they play this dance with everyone as if, like we heard, for those of you who were not here a couple of years ago, nearly every single day, there was another bank who were like, we will never need a central bank digital currency. They're not a good idea. They're not anything. We don't see Bitcoin taking over anything. There's no need. Like it was the constant like over and like, hey, cool, got it. Like we got it. You don't want to issue it, then don't issue it. And then for some reason, sometime last year, they're all coming forward and being like, I think it might be a good idea. And it's like, well, that's fine. We'll just do it. The entire point to be made is that they are going to launch all their central bank digital currencies, but guess what? They're just a digitized version of the same crap that they're giving us right now. So these won't be Bitcoin rivals or Bitcoin face punchers or whatever else you want to call them. It's the same exact thing that we have right now, except you're going to be tapping your card a lot more. Your kids and grandkids will never have held paper or plastic money, whatever they make it out of in your country. And things will go on with fiat currencies becoming a thing of the past because we know that it's all coming. Anyway, that's the UK will probably issue a digital currency because we know that they're working on it. News. And let's move on. Next up, the banking subsidiary of the National Postal Service of Switzerland. It's called Post Finance. Has launched a mobile app providing clients with access to cryptocurrencies, ETFs, and more. Yay! The software allows users to make payments, save funds, or invest in various assets with a commitment to a level of security provided only by the country's leading online bank. Sure, why not? The new application called Yuh. It actually is, if you look at the screen, it's called Yuh. It's YUH. I'm not sure why they used that particular sound, but here we are. Yuh is the product of a partnership between Post Finance and the online trading platform Swissquote. The collaboration was established late last year and the software was unveiled at a virtual launch event on the 11th of May. The bank said in a press release. Anyone who wants to test it is welcome to download and install the app on either an iOS or an Android device. They emphasize with the app, you can only not execute payments and save for future projects or goals, but also make small or large investments all from your smartphone, because that's how the future works. Here's the actual website right here. It says, Zahlen, Sparen, Investieren, alles in einer App. Sehr schön. I had a hard time finding where the actual cryptocurrencies were. But it says it in the article. I believe it's just kind of I think it's the top 13 that they added or something like that. Hold on. Yep. Able to buy and sell 13 cryptocurrencies from the app, including Bitcoin and Ether. I just assume it's the top ones. I can't find an actual list of what they're offering, but we can safely assume it's usually the same suspects over and over and over. So cool. I think this is actually quite cool. The fact that their post office has a bank and the bank has an app, which is going to allow tons of more people to be able to get into the cryptocurrency space and buy ETFs and all that other stuff. I love the spreading out of being able to get into finance. It annoyed me many years ago. I'm sure it did for a lot of you as well. When it comes to like just everyday normal people trying to get into any market, it was always very difficult. It was very so, but now everything seems to, at this point, be opening up a little bit more, because I want normal people to also become rich. I don't want the only people becoming rich, the people who are already at the very top. Anyway, that's the news. What a name. What a name. If someone can explain what that means to me, because it means nothing to me in German, neither French nor English or Spanish. Anyway. Let's move on. As also the other. Yeah, here's the actual press release from Postfinanz. Next up, the 103-year-old bank known as Cohen Inc. has announced plans to hold cryptocurrency for its institutional clients. It's the bank's first foray into the world of digital assets and follows similarly crypto-curious moves from the likes of Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley. The difference is that where Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are plotting indirect access to crypto by futures trading and mutual funds, Cohen plans to actually custody crypto themselves. Oh, that's fancy. Here's the tweet for it right here. Cohen has partnered with Standard Custody and Trust Co. for its custody services and will make a $25 million investment in Standard's parent company, PolySign. Cool. This is, I think, the fourth old bank that we've heard getting into the cryptocurrency space. There was the oldest one in America, and then there was some other one that's been around for like 96 years or something like that. I think one of them launched a cryptocurrency trading desk, and the other ones are trying to do like crypto custody and stuff like that. And I think it even says this somewhere in the article as well, that the other major banks aren't doing like direct custody, and I'm pretty sure they're trying. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of paperwork that they're just trying to be able to get through, because you better believe they want all the money for themselves in that sort of way. So cool, wonderful. We keep hearing that the majority of banks who are entering the cryptocurrency space are doing custody just for the richest. This will eventually open up to everyone, I promise you. We're also 6 weeks away from what was it? The hundreds of U.S. banks who are going to be able to buy, sell, hold, and custody cryptocurrencies. So I'm just logically expecting a big rush up in price on that day as well. Anyway, that's the old bank news, and let's move on. Next up, and for some reason this is also news, and I'm not really sure why people are obsessing over this. In a recent interview with New York Magazine, billionaire investor Michael Novogratz said that 85% of his net worth is currently in crypto. Former hedge fund manager Novogratz is the founder and CEO of Galaxy Digital. And so basically during the interview, there were a couple of things that caught people's eyes. With about Ethereum, he said, I think we saw something really awesome in the last few months. We already had payments and stablecoins that really kind of gave Ether the kick last year. But then all of a sudden, you have decentralized finance and NFTs both on Ethereum at the same time, roughly, with wild accelerating growth. Listen, all markets correct. Almost 100% certainty it will happen. It's just the math. And listen, Ether looks likely to go a lot higher now. Once again, for those of you who have not been here, everyone's expecting by the end of this year Ethereum to be anywhere between 10,000 to 18,000. I know that's a big swing, but it's still a lot of money. And on top of that, he said about his net worth, like anybody in crypto, the last 5 months have kind of rocked our worlds in terms of what percentage of our net worth is in crypto. And I think I'm up to 85% in crypto. And I think people should understand that it's not going to keep happening over and over. Like this idea that we've gone from not an asset class to an asset class can only happen once. So the news is that Michael Novogratz allegedly, so saith he, has 85% of his $5 billion in crypto. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Mike Novogratz was one of the very first people to invest in Ethereum. I think it's him. If I remember correctly, he said that he got his Ether for like $1 or maybe even less than $1. And I assume he probably did not just buy 5 or 100. I assume he has several 100,000 Ether assumption. And on top of that, he also got into Bitcoin quite early as well. So 85%, does make a lot of sense. Anyway, that's the rich person getting richer because they hold crypto news. And let's move on. And to finish things off, the chief investment officer of a $9 trillion asset manager, BlackRock, his name is Rick Reeder, has revealed he believes Bitcoin will be part of the investment arena for years to come, even though he argued Bitcoin may not have reached maturity just yet as an asset. Well, that is abundantly clear when Elon Musk can shake the boots out or shake people out of their boots. He did some type of shaking in somebody's boots just with a tweet. That is not a mature asset class. When somebody can tweet something and the whole world loses its mind. Speaking during CNBC's Squawk Box, Reader weighed on Elon Musk, his recent tweet about Tesla no longer accepting Bitcoin payments over environmental concerns, which is, I think something's going on there. But it would hold on to the Bitcoin it had bought earlier this year. He noted Bitcoin is an interesting asset that still doesn't have a clear role in portfolios. Don't even have to read anymore. Basically, this man believes crypto is going to be around for a very long time. It has a couple more years until we really get there. I'm telling you. Once we get past $500,000, I mean, first of all, we're already hyper solidified as an asset class. It's just a matter of time for us to continue going up in price. But things are going to be interesting as time continues moving forward because, that's just how time works. As always, a very special thank you to my Patreon supporters. Professor Wally from Gunbot University. Red Plump Tomato. Umnu. Wish Nikki, the letter M. Stephen Dirks, Not Brain. Captain Something in the Z-Way, Lay Crypto, Black Sheep, AJ Cut 5, Speedy 655, and Carlos was like Mobarazi, Jojo, Shawshow, VB Nerd 21, Miguel Goulet, Lauren De Silva, Quoted Biddy, Barebones Mining, Troy Allgood, Space Case, Need a Miracle, Pattern Noster, Conan Doska, Leg Day, Snacky Chan. It's funny. Come on, that's hilarious. Tolek Banan, Auspicious Agile and Blockchain, Navarro Williams, David James, Attila the Han, Yasha Harari, Utopia 569, Moonman High, XRP, Martin Stroyo, Nostromo, John Sarson, the Anima Reader, Bibliophobia, Jod Mullis, Todd Mullis, Adam Graysick, Moore Maroney, Master Ventures in Thailand, Jared Schneider, Wise Night Owl, 242 to the World, Bankroll Network, Crypto Artist, Cold E3D, Damien Setsuna, Richie Richard III, Vlad the Impaler, Paxis, Nick Mangialavori, Jim Gardner, Jeremy Fox, Minting Coins, Miller, Hitch Test, Everyday, and Cowskip's Leg Day. Just hit the table. Yes to Crypto, Bodie McBoatface, Anytime Fitness, Moss Corner Staff, Arfmedic 17, Bake Me a Cake, Tigger, Machanisa, On Crypto with Lionel, Crayla Michelle, URL, and Bolero Bastos. Thank you all very, very much for your support. Thank you to everyone who is a member of the channel. Thank you to everyone who is a clicker of affiliate links. Thank you to everyone who is a thumbs upper, a watcher, and or a subscriber. I got a little off track there. At the moment, Bitcoin is currently at 50,357. Switched on me. It's up by it says 0.25%. It's still in green. That's all we really ask for day by day. Ethereum is at 3,977. It is up by 4%. Dogecoin is up by 32 percentile points because, it's just Dogecoin. Cardano's up by 2. XRP is up by 6. Lumens is up by 11. Ethereum Classic is up by just a smidge below 17%. Theta is up by 6. Tron is up by 3. Shiba Inu coin is up by 10%. Would it make anyone else, I don't want to use the word annoyed. How fascinating would it be? Now, should I even say this? I sat here thinking earlier, and I was looking at Shiba Inu coin rise back up in price, and I was like, wouldn't it be the darndest thing if this thing eventually in, 10 years ends up hitting 1 cent or something like that? And I was like, no, that can't happen. And I was like, what if the developers just burn half of all the coins? And I was like, oh no. So anyway, yeah, Shiba Inu coin is apparently, I heard, very popular in parts of Asia. I'm not exactly sure where, but apparently there's like a frenzy for people there who are buying it. Clay token is up by 20. Jeez Louise, 26%. Matic is up by 22%. Tezos is up by 3%. Safe Moon is up by 13. Getting a little weird here. Maker is up by just about 6. Rune is up by 9.7. Chain token is up by 7. And Leo Unis said Leo is up by 13%. I do hope that you all enjoyed. I do hope that you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be on this crazy planet. And it is crazy. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and supporting. And I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See you.